Like, that's so embarrassing. Who gets fired from pyramid schemes?
Right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me. Still with the dolls that I grew beside. All the niggas round me, they die. Gotta watch the time, cause it's flying right.
Hey hoes, it's me, back with another video. Today I'm gonna tell a story time about the time I was in the pyramid scheme. Don't get on me because I didn't know. I know now. But anyway, I'm gonna tell y'all the story. Oh, my name's Eva. I go by As Told by Eva on the internet. Cause yeah, I'm finna tell everybody my opinions. But anyway, so yeah. So this happened in 2015. So in 2015, I graduated high school and then I went to college in Lexington, Kentucky. I went to the University of Kentucky. So I moved to Kentucky in August when the school year started. And in like November, by November, I had like negative money.
No money on my card.
So I needed an internship because like in my mind, I need to get this experience for when I actually enter the workforce. But also, bitch, I'm broke. I need some money. So in like November, I started looking for internships. Mind you, I lived on campus and I didn't have a car because when I was back home in Florida, I would use my mama's car. And then when I went off to school, she didn't want me to be driving in Kentucky because, to be honest, the road setup is different and I'm a shitty driver. So she didn't want me driving my first year like out of the state. So I didn't have a car. But at UK, when you're a student, you get to ride the bus for free. So yeah, I'm riding the bus. So in like November, I went onto the school portal to enroll for internships so I can get experience and so I can get me some cheddar. So on there, I found two different jobs. One of the jobs I applied for, I forget the exact job title, but it was something along the lines of like administrative assistant. So I applied for the job and then I went in for the interview. So when they called me for the interview, they were like, we need you to come in tomorrow. They wanted me to come in. So I called the bus and I went to the interview. Mind you, like the place was like kind of far, but you know, on the bus, everything takes hours and hours and hours. So, and even when you get there where the bus would drop me off at Target, and then to get to the place you actually had to walk. So it was maybe like a 10-minute walk after you get dropped off from the bus. So I went to the interview. So in the interview, it was like this whole presentation kind of explaining the company. So the primary function of the company was they were selling life insurance. So even though I was an administrative assistant, the pitch was for these other people in the room to join as somebody to sell life insurance. And you know me, I'm gullible as fuck. By the end of it, I want to be a life insurance agent. Like, I want to do what they do because it's not, they're gonna make a lot of money. And I want the insurance too. It sounds like a great deal. But these people, like, they going door to door offering people life insurance. At the time, I didn't know what an MLM was. Like, I kind of knew, I wasn't stupid. Like, I knew what Mary Kay and stuff is, but I didn't know like enough to know that MLM existed in like insurance. But there's this documentary on YouTube called The Slave Circle. I watched it like 100 times. And I think that's why I'm so obsessed with MLMs now, is because bitch, these bitches scammed me into a pyramid scheme. But anyway, if you've seen The Slave Circle, it's similar to Devil Corp, but instead of people being inside of Sam's Club selling stuff, it's insurance. In my opinion, of course, don't sue me. But so I go to this like interview. It was not a one-on-one interview. We all sat in a room. The man gave a presentation about the company, like convincing people to join. But mind you, I'm there to be an admin. So the whole presentation had no relevance to me. But when we left, he was like, I'm going to send you all a list of questions. And then you need to respond to the question to determine if you're going to get the job or not. You know me, I'm overachiever as fuck. So I couldn't wait to answer these questions. So let me see. So this was in 2015. You know, the reason why I can remember them dudes' name for the rest of my life is my husband's last name is Dunlap. And the dude who was in charge of the pyramid scheme, his last name was Dunlap. So I'm never going to forget that man's name. Okay, so this was in November. I don't know if I should blank out the name of the insurance company or not. I don't fucking know. I ain't finna blank out shit. Y'all can sue me if y'all want to because it's my opinion. But, so the thing that was kind of confusing is because the overarching company is American Income Life. But the company I was working for was called Surace-Smith. So I didn't understand why we were a different name than them. But I think what it was is that Dustin Dunk, well, let me not say that man's name. The head dude in charge, this was his leg of the pyramid scheme, so he created the LLC for his name of this group of people under American Income Life. I'm not positive, but that's my theory on it. But when we would, once I started doing my job, they had me create a email address that said AIG to stand for American Income, AIL to stand for American Income Life, but we couldn't represent the people that we were American Income Life. So it was, I'll get to that. But anyway, so this is the email I sent. I'm gonna see if I can put it on the screen. But so the first question was, how does American Income fit into your vision moving into the future? I said American Income fits perfectly into my vision for the future. My major is finance. I changed it to accounting. You know what? That's a side note, but I actually fucking hate finance. Like, I love finance until they start talking about stocks and shit. See ya. Accounting me, please. Anyway, okay. My major is finance, and this company encompasses the types of things that I'm interested in. I love the idea that you receive your promotions based on your own merit. I am more of an independent worker, even though I'm not opposed to working with others, but being able to blame no one but myself for both my successes and failures is a great quality of the company. You know what's so funny? I've been telling this lie my entire life. I'd be like, even though I'm not opposed to work with other people, I fucking hate working with other people. Leave my shit alone. Like, especially at work, if you touch my fucking books and you mess my books up, I'm getting you fired. Like, I do not like that shit. But anyway. The second question, what sticks out most to you about our leadership, product, marketing, staff, and overall organization? I feel like American Income has a great business model overall. The training match aspect was really amazing. The concept rewards both the company and the employees. The company uses money as the greatest motivator for its employees. The program is able to inspire both the trainer and trainee to make more money for themselves, in turn making more money for the company. It's genius, actually. The setup of the company allows the company to increase its bottom line. American Income has the best techniques which take advantage of a lucrative industry. Okay, so third question. Okay, forgive me for saying it's a great idea. It is a great idea. Overall, MLMs, like, it makes sense for the people at the top because y'all finna make a killing off of these dumbasses who keep giving y'all their money. But in reality, it's not a good thing, but yeah, it's a good thing for the people in charge. But mind you, I'm 18 years old, so yeah, I think this is a great opportunity. Anyway, no, by November I was 19 because my birthday's in September. Okay, so the third question is, if asked to join our team, what are you most excited about? The thing I am most excited about is seeing how the people work together. To me, this is a great learning opportunity and I am excited to broaden my horizons. I really like the way the company is set up and I am anxious to become part of it. Maybe one day I'll be able to cross over to the side of the agents. You see me? Them bitches had convinced me I wanted to sell insurance. I don't like to sell shit. What was I thinking? Well, that's not true. I'm good at selling shit, but do I like it? No. Anyway. Oh, the other thing was, for these agents, they had to pay, so in my mind, this is what makes it a pyramid scheme. Not a pyramid scheme, but at least an MLM, is that you had to pay for your insurance license. At that time, it made sense to me because if you get this insurance license, it's gonna be something that you can use in the future, but it's crazy. As a concept, I understand why they couldn't get nobody to hire because I'm looking for a job because I don't have any money. But you want me to spend money to start working at your job. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so question number 4. If asked to join our company, when are you able to sign up for the online course, which is $150? I said, I don't think that the position I am applying for will require online class, but if necessary, I'll be able to sign up as soon as possible. That's a fucking lie. I did not have $150. Anyway. What additional questions or concerns do you have? I don't really have any other questions. The meeting was quite informative. One thing I was interested in, though, was whether or not the employees of the company used the benefits that they were offering to others. Like, yeah, they had me all the way in because, bitch, I wanted to be an insurance agent. I wanted to buy the fucking insurance. Yeah, they had my ass. Let me see. I'm going to look up and see if this is actually an MLM because I'm just assuming. The first thing that comes up is American Income Life Pyramid Scheme. And they say it's definitely not a scam. It's a legitimate network marketing company. If it's MLM, baby, it's a pyramid scheme, in my opinion. But okay. So, see, I knew I was fucking right. That bitch is an MLM. Anyway, so if you watch The Slave Circle, you'll understand it more. So pretty much what they were doing is Dustin, oh my gosh, the dude in charge will hire these insurance agents to go out and sell insurance. So if you know how an MLM works, is people at the bottom, they put in their money, and the money that the people below you bring in drives your income. You get a commission off of those people. So the more people you recruit, the more money you make. But the problem is that it's a fucking scam, so it's hard to keep people. So you're constantly recruiting and recruiting, and that's where I came in. So after I sent the email, now that I know, I feel like they just hired anybody who replied to the email, or like they kept interest in it, because the email is to make it, the questions are to make it seem like they're a legitimate company, like they're actually interviewing you. But we did not have any discernment on who we brought in at all. And if you just fall through all the steps, you're going to be working for us, because we just want to recruit everybody that we can. But anyway, so they called me back to start, and I came into work. So mind you, my school schedule was Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then on Tuesday for one of my math classes, I forget the exact verbiage for it, but it's like your professor's not there, it's a TA, and it's called the lab. But I had, that's the only class I had on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I had it in the afternoon. And one thing I would do is skip that fucking class. But I was trying not to skip class, but no, I don't want to go. So anyway, so I was only working Tuesdays and Thursdays because I was taking 18 hours, and all my classes were like back-to-back Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's how I always on my school schedule. I'm telling you, highly recommend you get 2 days off a week. Not me though, because I had lab, but I would just skip it. Anyway, so yeah, I would go to work Tuesdays and Thursdays. So mind you, I think I had to be to work. I don't know exactly what time I had to be to work, but I had to leave my dorm at least like 2 hours before work started to get there on time. Like I took the first bus that ran that morning. So I would, and mind you, the bus didn't come to my dorm. I had to like walk maybe like 7 minutes to the bus stop to get on the bus. Then I would ride the bus to work, get dropped off at the Target, and then walk 10 minutes to the fucking place. So yeah, I was dedicated to this shitty ass pyramid scheme. But anyway, so my first day of work, mind you, I never had a one-on-one interview with anybody. I had that whole lecture thing, and I sent the email, but there was never an interview like front to front process. And my main problem with this is that I found this job on my school's like career portal. So you're not even really second guessing the opportunity because your school gave you this job. Why would your school sign you up for a pyramid scheme? But anyway, so when I got to the place, there's this girl who sits at the front, and she was like the head admin. So now that I know more about MLMs, I was considered an admin. So when I walked in, we walked into a room. Mind you, let me tell you what my pay was. I got paid $10 an hour, and mind you, bitch, I thought I was gonna come up because before I left Florida, I worked at Publix and I made $8.50. So yeah, I'm rich. But I got paid $10 an hour, and every person that I brought in that actually got hired, I got $25 per person. And then we weren't paid through payroll. He would write me a personal check from his like personal bank account. So I highly doubt he was reporting us as employees. But anyway, that's besides the point. But the first day when I went in there, me and the girl, the head admin, she took me back into this room and she closed the door. And then so she called a potential employee and walked through a script. Then she had me call a potential employee, walk through the script. That was the extent of my training. 10 minutes. I'm trying to tell you. I was so confused because at this point, I didn't even know what my job was, because in that big group meeting that we did, it was focused on the agent. So I really didn't know what my job was. For training, I walked out and there was like cubicles set up to where like it's a row. It was like a cubicle divider in the middle, and there's desk on each side, and my desk was on the back side. And when I got there, there was this one girl there, and she played for UK's basketball team. So that like solidified me that I'm finna fucking work here, because bitch, I was trying so hard to get on UK's basketball team, and now bitch, I got to connect. I'm finna work here so I could be her fucking friend and get on the team. So yeah, I love this job. But anyway, so when I saw her, it was like, oh, this is a good job. Why would she work if it's not a good job? You know, I don't even know the bitch, but whatever. She plays basketball. That's my bitch. Don't know the girl name. Anyway, so they sit me down. I'm gonna tell you literally what my job was. So when when I first got there, I had to create an email address. My email address was like something like AIL@gmail.com. It had to have AIL in it, so we look like we're American Income Life, even though we're not really fucking them, because we can't get their company email addresses. I don't get it. But anyway, so I created an email address, and my job was to go onto sites like Craigslist, Career Builder, Monster, and pull information from people who are looking for jobs and call them to try and get them to come in to work for us. So they would give us lists from monster.com, but we would create Craigslist ads. But shortly after I started, that's when Craigslist started charging you to post, so we stopped using Craigslist. But literally all I did all day was like respond to emails to get people set up for interviews, call people, like cold call people to get them for an interview. So like, let's say you posted your resume publicly on monster.com, you finna get a call from me. You want to work in insurance? Like, not even that, but it's a very brief script. You can't give them any information essentially, because you want them to come in so that the head dude could do his spiel to convince them to sign up. Like, we couldn't tell them how much it pays. We couldn't give them like a time slot during the week. All the interviews were done on Fridays in a group setting. So if I call you on Monday, I'm finna schedule you to come in on Friday. And if you're not available, then you're just shit out of luck. Make it work, you know? So I think they did that to give people like a sense of urgency that, okay, this job is going fast, whatever, whatever. But mind you, we did these meetings every fucking week. And I know the people that once they got hired, they could see like what the fuck is going on, because you got it's probably like six of us in the back. All we're doing all day is calling people to come in for interviews. But we're telling you that this is the last spot, it's going fast, we're looking for somebody quickly. This is a great opportunity. But once you get hired, you see that we're constantly bringing new people in. So you know that we fucking lied to you. And people would press you hard about like, how much does it pay? Nothing. But we couldn't tell them how it paid. So it was definitely difficult because you're lying. And I fucking hated it. One thing I'm not is a liar, and I'm not a scammer. So the longer I was there, the more I didn't want to do the shit. Like, I was sitting back there, I would make a few phone calls, and bitch, I'm playing games on my phone. You know me. But we kept a list. Each person kept a list of the people that they got to agree to come to an interview, and we would turn that list in. And then if anybody on that list, then they would mark who actually came on that Friday, and then they'll mark the people who actually got hired, and you would get $25. So I don't not positive how it works, but what I think happens is that $150 they pay for the insurance license, that at least part of that goes to the head dude as a commission, and he's breaking us off like part of his commission to $25, you know, because we're doing his recruiting for him, and he's like the head of the scam, not the head of the scam, but at least the head of the scam for this office. And we actually got on calls, like weekly calls with like the I guess the nationwide different teams about how to scam better. But anyway, so I'm in there hating it. I'm not doing shit, but I don't have any money. I got to keep this job. But at the same time I applied for this job, I applied for the tax office. And you'll probably hear about the tax office later in my story times, because I was there for like 5 fucking years. That's a whole nother nightmare I'm not gonna talk about here. But one thing I can't do is say no. So at that internship for the tax office, I got offered that internship as well, so I took it. So mind you, this is when I really started skipping my afternoon class on Tuesday. I would ride the bus to the scam and do my job there. Then I would ride the bus. Mind you, I didn't work very long. I worked from like 8 to noon, because I believe my lab was at 1. So I would go work at the scam, then I would ride the bus across town to the tax office and work there all night, then go to school, then go back to my dorm and go to school the next day, then do it again on Thursday. So bro, them bus rides was fucking killer, I'm trying to tell you. So I'm in there hating it. And then I guess one week I turned in a paper and nobody showed up. So I'm assuming that they thought that I put fake names on there. I really didn't put fake names. This is just a fucking scam and people don't want to come here. Like, I was definitely slacking for sure, but I wasn't lying. So then one day, the head dude, he wasn't even there. The girl at the front, it was like a day that was not payday. The girl at the front called me up to the front. She was like, oh, here's your last check. See ya. What the fuck do you mean my last check? So they never said, oh, I'm fired. They pretty much like, here's your last check. And that's how I find out, oh, I ain't got no job here no more. Like, that's so embarrassing. Who gets fired from pyramid schemes? But anyway, so I left. This might be one of the worst days of my life. So mind you, I got no fucking money. So as I'm walking back the 10 minutes to the bus stop, my shoe breaks. And I gotta go to tax service after this. Now, I just got fired, but luckily I got this other job I couldn't say no to, so now I'm back down to one job instead of two. Then a month later I got $2 again. Long story. But that's the difference, is at this time the tax service, it was an internship, but you got paid in a scholarship at the end. So I needed to keep this pyramid scheme job because I needed regular like income. Like, okay, like I needed money, but I didn't need money like that for real. Like I didn't have bills per se, because I lived on campus and I had a meal plan. But at this time, this is a whole nother story of why it took me 7 fucking years to graduate college. But at this time, my financial aid got audited, so they weren't gonna pay for my school. So I needed money, because if I didn't pay my tuition off by December, which I fucking didn't, I would have to leave, which I left. But I needed this money because I'm trying to pay off this school before they put me the fuck out, essentially. So yeah, I needed this job. But so what ended up happening is I got fired from that job. So then I'm walking back to the bus and my shoe breaks. Mind you, I don't have any fucking money, but there's a Target right there. I think I'm in the clear, because this happened in 2015. Like, I think the statute of limitations has run out. Let's hope, or unless I'm going to jail or prison. Anyway, so I went to the Target and I put on some like work shoes out of their like clothes department, and I just fucking left with them. Yeah, I got a story for shoplifting, or I was poor at the time, so they said that it's stealing if you poor, but it's shoplifting if you're rich. I'm gonna say it's shoplifting because it sounds better. But I stole them fucking shoes because I'm poor and I gotta get on this bus and my shoes broke and I just got fired. But yeah, that's the story about the time I was in a pyramid scheme and how them shits really work. But in reality, this man had a good setup, because yeah, you're paying employees to get your recruits so you can get commission. That is fucking genius. It's still fucked up, but that's a good idea. Maybe in the future I'll do like a deep dive on American Income Life so we can really know what the fuck was going on. This is just from my perspective. I completely feel like it was a pyramid scheme. I hated every minute of working there. I thought that it was wrong to be tricking these people who needed money and thinking they're getting this opportunity when really they're coming in to get scammed like fucking me. Well, I guess I wasn't scammed. I got paid, but I got paid to take advantage of people, and that's just not me. So anywho, that's the end of this story. If you like it, please comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Have you ever been in a pyramid scheme? Do you think this was a pyramid scheme? Mind you, I'm nosy as fuck. So I looked the dude up on LinkedIn, and even though he owned the business, he now is an electrician. So yeah, you were getting scammed too, sir. But yeah. Anywho, see y'all later. Bye.
I'm outside in an AMG, right outside.